Yo, what's up? This is In Between the Lines podcast. I'm Shamar. That's Jay.
What up, bro?
What's going on? Today we got Diddy. We're going to talk about Diddy. We're going to talk about relationships, and we're going to talk about Coach Prime. All those things is coming up in 20 seconds. Be right back at you.
Y'all already know what time it is. 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 Y'all already
What's
know
up? This your
what
boy
time it
Shamar.
is.
This is Jay. This is In Between the Lines podcast. Welcome back. Welcome back. Jay, what's going on?
What's up, my peeps? Good week. No complaints. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy?
Nothing crazy, man.
How was your holiday?
That was pretty cool. I worked, came home, ate a little something. Again, nothing crazy, man. Just keeping it smooth, man.
Just keeping it smooth?
Keeping it smooth.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I don't want this smoke, bro.
You don't want this smoke?
I don't want this smoke.
What you want this smoke in real life or in the comments?
Oh, no, don't get it fucked up. No, I'm just saying. It's just how I'm moving, man. Just do my thing, stay in my lane.
Okay.
Keep pushing forward, bro. Positive energy.
Now, what you got for me today? I got some things on my mind. I know you got some things on your mind.
Hey, listen.
You started off first.
Are you sure? Because I'll let you go.
Nah, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to talk about my man, Diddy.
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about too.
Because what the fuck you doing, bro?
Oh,
Fucking up legacy shit, man.
yeah, you was talking about that.
Powerful dude. Very fucking powerful dude. Worth over $1 billion. So
are you assuming he's guilty? Or you assuming he's innocent?
No, I'm going to go with the allegedly, but it's so many question marks. There's some guilt, bro. Because you don't settle a lawsuit in less than 24 hours like this to this magnitude. There's no way you do that.
I could spin that, but go ahead.
No, I don't think it's a spin because she know too much. 10 years, bro? That's a tenure. So she know what's in the closet, what's what, and how they was living consistently. 10 years. That's a lot, bro.
It is a lot. It is a lot. And if you were, in my opinion, if you were wronged, mostly women, they don't settle that fast.
You mean she accepting the settlement or him settling the
No, she accepting the settlement. Once a woman that is in the SA or been wronged by a guy, truly, money doesn't matter. They want you gone. They want you punished. They want you in jail. So to me, settling that fast tells me it might be some truth to it, but it was really about the money.
This is where I disagree. I'm going to tell you why I disagree. Again, they've been together 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing official, never no engagement or marriage proposal as far as we know.
Mm-hmm.
But understand this, she was living a certain lifestyle.
With him.
Yeah, that lifestyle, let's be honest, we ain't going to never touch that. Man, you ain't going to never touch that.
Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah,
Hit the lottery.
I knew you was gonna be in the middle because you got fucking money. See, you don't want to own that shit though. But no, to be that high up in the game like he is, and with the power he got, prestige, whole nine, unlimited, anything for him. That's a certain lifestyle if you are with that person in a relationship. So when saying that, when all that dissolved and they stopped fucking with each other, if they broke up, whatever, she married a choreographer, dancer.
Oh, she's married now.
She's married with 2 kids. So in saying all that, now I'm going to come with the whole big scenario of...
It sounds like it's about money. It don't sound like she was wronged.
It's definitely about money, but understand this too. She want that lifestyle back, and she realized there's no way I'm going to get it with the person that I married. Although, and I'm going to take what you said, he treats her right, her husband, but he ain't got that chicken like Diddy, bro. Diddy money is different. She'll never touch it. So when saying that, that's the motivation that I think was the real spearhead behind that lifestyle that she was accustomed to living to for over 10 years and rocking with Diddy. So this is my assumption. There's definitely some dark shit that was going on in their relationship.
Against her?
No, against Diddy. This is why, to me, and why it made sense for him long term to go ahead and settle this shit before it spiral out of control.
Yeah.
Because you know, and it's actually happening, that once a woman put a lawsuit against a male for rape or abuse in any shape, form, or fashion, there's going to be a second one coming, even a third. We can look at that Deshaun Watson situation where he got up to 20, 30 almost assault, charges, forced sexual encounters, just weird shit.
I totally agree with that. And this is a conversation I was having with some of my homies. This was a conversation I was having at dinner with some family over the weekend.
But let me ask you, did you have this conversation with a woman?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what came out of that? This is interesting.
Because I said it was all about the money. I said it wasn't. I said everybody always want to. I said, number one, if it's true or not true, I don't know.
It's alleged.
But what I told my homies and what I told the family members, I said, we can't make fun of Diddy right now until it's found out to be true, everything she's talking about. Because to me, he's in such a good position as far as a black man with power and money.
The whole nine, bro.
Like, to make fun of that because they want to take it away from you with such ease.
But I mean, the term "make fun." What you mean, make fun or ridicule? Like,
how the memes is out here surviving Diddy.
Oh, okay.
The memes of him being a predator. I'm like,
that's them piggybacking on the alleged assault, rape, and all that.
I think that does a disservice as a community to someone who's up in the power so much that it just breeds automatic guilt. Yeah. Even if he went to trial, you're already feeding the narrative that he's guilty. And I think if he did it, of course. But to me, when a woman settles that fast in 24 hours,
accept settlement. Be clear, because I'm saying that it's in his best interest to settle that shit too because of who he is early.
I get that. Yeah, I don't have a problem. I commend him on that. Yeah. These are things that you should do. And this is what I was trying to explain to people. Oh, he settled so fast. No. You got to get ahead of that.
Put that fire out, bro.
Put that fire out.
Who you are.
I said it doesn't mean you're guilty. Right. It means that it might have something in there. It doesn't mean what she's saying is totally true. But it might be something in there that might get revealed that damages your joint.
And you lose a lot more.
You lose a lot more. So if she wanted 10 million, 20 million, that's good than losing $1 billion empire.
Well, the amount that she sued for was 30 million. I think it's undisclosed what Diddy settled for, but I would say
probably 20.
She got, I'll say about 15 to 20.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that because again, that ain't really a dent in his armor when it comes to his finances.
Exactly.
He got $1 billion. So if I'm him, I'm eating that.
Exactly. And that's
I don't want my shit out. I got
that's
kids.
What I was trying to explain. By the time you go through the name slandering, the bill for the lawyers, because you eventually going to pay for your lawyer, her lawyer.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to be around 10 million probably just off lawyer fees and court fees and pushing it and all this other. If it's prolonged. I was like, I said to me, it was a smart business move to settle it because listen, I'm not saying that she's lying about everything, but I just don't believe that everything she said is the truth.
Yeah, but I think some clear women, too, we need to say this because we dealing with the public. I don't, and I'm going to assume my bro here, we're against any abuse of females.
I'm abuse of females and males, but females don't get guilty. Yeah, I'm here for my men too.
Yeah, I'm here for my men too, but just understanding, again, because it's Afro-American, it's black people involved, and it's a lot at stake as far as reputation and character. Again, but we're not condoning the abuse allegations or anything negative from a relationship standpoint when it comes to abuse, rape, and all that shit.
Yeah, I'm not
totally against that shit.
But I'm a guy that looks at the whole thing and tries to understand the totality of it.
Yeah.
And like I said, to me, in general, if a woman is truly wrong, it doesn't matter about the money you selling. And if I'm suing you and I want you and I'm bringing charges against you, and
she's gonna be on her principles.
She's gonna be on her principles and say, "Fuck the money. I want you did this to me and everything." And number one, 10 years. It was what, 10 years now?
10 years. They was together, but what's attached to that?
No, I'm saying 10 years split. It's been about 10 years, right?
No,
going on?
Not that much. Not that much. No, it's been about, honestly, about 5 or 6 years since they've been split. But in reality, it's something attached to this. It's a law in New York for domestic violence, to where as though that tenure, to where as though you could sue, that was about to end. And that means she wouldn't have had an opportunity from a civil standpoint to put this lawsuit against Diddy with all the abuse and the allegations.
Well, again,
There's a law attached to and part of her motivation on why she
criminal,
did this.
not civil.
It could go both ways.
Well, civil doesn't no law statute. There's no.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
well,
if
either
you
way,
wanted
it
to
was going to be
sue him,
two lawsuits. One from a criminal standpoint that I do know, because again,
Yeah.
it's a law in New York. That's why she said she did it now, because that window was closed.
Why you didn't do it when it?
That's
was
when
done?
you should have did it right after the relationship was over. In my opinion, if you that struck, you that emotionally fucked up, and it got all that shit going on, trauma and all that, I don't think that's something you wait on. Because right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah, like
and
how
if
do
you're
you
on
know-
principles, you're definitely not gonna fucking wait. In my
Yeah.
opinion, you're not waiting. But again, I just think it was some motivation involved. You've been married probably 4 or 5 years now. That lifestyle you're never going to get back. Mansions and shit and fucking exotic vacations. You married a dance choreographer.
I didn't even know she was married.
I don't even know if he the lead choreographer. He could be just one of them, but he ain't got no motherfucking money like that. So the reality is that's part of that. And you got 2 kids. And the opportunity to make $30 million doing anything at this point of your life is not going to happen. So this was your best opportunity to make that money. And again, I want to be clear. I'm not condoning Diddy actions and
Allegedly actions.
Exactly, allegedly actions in no shape or form. But I do know she was definitely motivated by money, and I think maybe her husband had a lot to do with that shit, because that's the shit he listening to, pillow talk, at the rock the fuck out, or over dinner, or over a drink. That's the shit that he's been listening to ever since they probably been together, and he probably like, well, fuck it. We definitely need the bread. This is an opportunity to make some generational type money. You know what I'm saying? If they take care of it. And she took advantage of the opportunity with that law attached to it in the state of New York, which was smart on her end from that standpoint. It was definitely like some real strategy involved with her lawyers, and her husband. But at the end of the day, for Diddy's standpoint, it's going to be interesting to see how he played this out at this point, because he definitely got to fall back. Anything against women, bro, is career damaging. Today.
Yeah. And that's why I said that's one of the things that I was talking about. I was like, a woman could just make up anything and damages a man's career. And it doesn't even have to be true. You look at Johnny Depp as something recent.
Yeah.
Where you would have thought that she was telling the truth, and I commend him on that, because he fought tooth and nail. Like,
Yeah,
man,
he stood his ground.
He stood his ground.
I respect that. Yeah.
But it's still, even though
he took a hit.
Even though he didn't do nothing. That's the crazy shit to me, yo.
And at the end of the day, it sounded like the broad had bipolar.
Oh man, she crazy.
She was crazy.
She was crazy.
Making up shit. You know,
shitting on the bed.
like she was on some
like, yo,
was weird.
She
got
was on
issues,
some weird
bro.
shit. And that's why the boy was like, yo, man, I'm not. He's like, Johnny Depp was probably like, I made my money and I'm not going down like this.
And let's be clear, he's an A-lister with a lot to lose.
Yeah.
Because he's $25-30 million per movie.
Yeah.
He that bull.
And Disney money.
Yeah. So I get all that, but the motivation for women is really it's a lot of emotion attached to it for them, man. So from a male's perspective, bro, if you right, stand 10 toes down. But at the end of the day, if it ain't worth it, or if it's a stain on your legacy or your career, man, eat that shit, bro. Because it's much more that you can do, and it's much more money that you can make. Because that $30 million for Diddy, bro, stop playing. He shit that. You know what I'm saying?
Number one, these guys need to start having. You remember the game, the show, The Game, about football?
Oh yeah, on BT.
It was BT and CW.
Yeah.
Remember the football player had the
a little bit,
NDAs,
yeah.
the NDA contracts right next to his John, so he made them sign. Like, these guys got to start doing that.
No, Diddy had that. That's why. That was part of that, why she waited so long, because she knows NDAs. And you understand this. They're in a public relationship. So some of the shit that's going on, you was signing off on it. Like, you was okay with it at that time.
Yeah.
That's 10 years.
I think you're still okay with it now.
I think so. You
Just
missed
needed
the
the bread.
lifestyle. She
Yeah.
missed the lifestyle. And again, like, it's a lot of emotion attached to that shit, bro. That's part of her. I'm gonna sell this shit now because he talking about 10, 15 million on the settlement. I need that. Because again, she got a whole family, bro. And it's fucked up. I don't think and you know, this is my opinion, but this is how shit go. Once she get that check and she realized like the motherfucker that she was actually married to will never be able to obtain this kind of wealth, I think years from now they gonna fuck around and get a divorce because that's always gonna be a topic, bro. Like, how do you duck that and get married from moving forward?
You think she got a prenup with
Fuck
the settlement?
No. They both broke, so a prenup for what?
No, I'm just saying, like, you think he gonna get, if they divorce, you think he gonna get half the settlement? Or you think she got something in her lawyers where he ain't entitled to it?
I don't know, because again, like, what's the reason for either one of them to have a prenup, bro? They not eating like that.
Well, I'm pretty sure Cassie, from the years messing with Diddy, got some. I'm pretty sure she had a couple mil.
Well, this is what I do know. One of his rules, and this is something he said, so I'm gonna just take what he said. He got like a breakup clause of like $5 million because the lifestyle that y'all had. So if you fucking with Diddy, you ain't gonna never get married. But at the end of the day, if y'all don't fuck around no more, he gonna throw you a little bag of $5 million and wish you well. You know what I'm saying? No, that's seriously. You can look that up. That's how he moved.
Sick my lady on you, then shit.
It might be a timeline attached to that shit, bro. You better hope she qualifies. But man, that's after 10 years. So invest in 10 years of your life with somebody, and they throw you $5 million and wish you well. I don't know.
I mean, that's actually
commendable to me. Yeah, because
I can fuck for free.
Yeah,
I'm Diddy. I can fuck for free. It's a privilege to be with me.
Right, to be in them circles. That's why I know, to some degree, the NDAs, they was out there, Mark, that they had in a relationship at some point. But again, the tenure of the relationship, 10 freaking years, bro, like that's a real fucking situation you got. Yeah. So I think from that standpoint,
I actually like them together too.
Yeah, it's a good look. And I
think her mellow vibe and his high energy vibe.
Works.
I think it was a good thing. I think who the chick he with now, the city girl chick,
Young Miami.
It just don't look. It doesn't look.
Amen. Listen.
It doesn't look genuine, and it doesn't look. It doesn't. I don't know. It's just something out about it.
When you get money like that, it don't matter whether it look genuine, because that's all about a vibe.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
They like hanging out. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no titles attached to their relationship. She was trying to have a title attached to it, like, what are we, this, that, and the third. Diddy like, yo, we just great friends. We hang out, we date. You know what I'm saying? Like, Diddy don't like titles. I get that. Because that's pressure, bro. Remember I was saying that shit? That whole word relationship.
Well, it's pressure when I got $1 billion, you got $2 million. Like, that's the pressure. The money is the pressure.
But check this out. If you fucking with me, you ain't got to worry about money. Or every situation that pop up, because I'm going to look out.
Yeah, but what it is that unlike a lot of celebrities that get married young, Diddy knows himself not to get married. I think he knows not to get married. Like, when I look at these basketball players getting married young and knowing they on the road and everything, I don't think it is a good fit.
Well,
I don't think it's a good fit. Now, we had a discussion about getting married young. I always say get married young.
I say no, because
I know you say no, right, but I'm saying in that instance of a millionaire on the road, constantly under pressure by women,
young too,
and money, I don't think at that point, I don't think a man should get married, because I don't think he's ready.
I don't think he's going to be committed.
And that's
to
why
that
they
shit.
always get divorced and get their money taken, because they're not ready.
I agree with this. Is why I said to you, when it comes to relationships,
that's a fantasy life.
What's that?
NBA basketball. That's a fantasy.
Man, it's a goddamn TV show. It's a way of life.
Whatever you want to call it, it's not real life,
bro. That's my point. I'm saying that because again, when you start watching or you into them basketball wives and the shit that come out, you know what I'm saying? To me, you was just chasing the bag the whole fucking time, and that's my point. Like, because you coming out of college or whether you went straight to the NBA, at the end of the day, you ain't grow the fuck up yet. You don't know what you want. You don't even know what a relationship is. So to be 23, 24 with millions of dollars, bro, you really think everything that come your way is going to be genuine? No. Hell no, bro. You kidding yourself.
But even if you got the genuine girl who was there before the money, which a few of them do.
LeBron wife, I'll give you
and
that.
Everything. I can give you that. because she's been there, so you understand. But if you know you ain't got the discipline, and you know that eventually you're gonna let her down, and you know women are emotional, I wouldn't even get married. I would just have that real conversation. Like, look, I love you. I want to be with you, but right now, the lifestyle that I'm living, I can't be faithful to you, and I don't want you to feel some type way of feeling that you're not good enough when it's just me. Like, I'm in a position where it's just gonna be super hard. I think they need to have those conversations with those ladies.
You making my argument in the last episode when I talked about.
No, but that's a fantasy life. If we both making $70,000 a year, then you can be that. You don't have people. A man doesn't have people dragging on him and everything on everyday life. A celebrity lifestyle is different from a normal lifestyle. Like, you can hold your temptation. You're not getting thousands of DMs.
Well, that's the only real
women.
difference is access.
Right, access. So that changes a lot.
Yeah, but
That's why when men get older, they get better with time because they grow into their money, they grow into their looks, they grow into their career.
You're making my argument, bro.
Right, that's for men. But for women, men don't care about that. Men don't want a girl. Why would you if you was a 30, but you say most men don't hit their peak till 50.
I didn't say that. No,
I'm just saying the statistics show that most men don't hit their peak until 45, 50.
Okay.
Financially, everything.
Okay.
So at 50, why would you want another you're a man's to a woman's purity? Why would you want somebody who's been ran through all that time?
You mean another 50-year-old like you? That's what you're saying?
Why would you? A man wants purity, so that's why I say you lock down the man and grow with the man as y'all get older. Now, guess what? In today's time, you're gonna need 2 incomes to retire.
I've been you helping my argument again.
No, because you're saying do this separately. If you do it when you're later, you're already gonna have y'all both separate mindset. A woman's mindset is gonna be made up. A man's mindset is going to be made up, and it's going to be hard to gel again. If y'all grow together at a younger age, everything should be easier because you're on the same plane.
Here's why I don't agree with that. Because again, and you're helping my argument.
I don't think I'm helping your argument.
In my opinion, I'm gonna use the numbers again. 20 to 35, bro. You ain't rounded out yet. You still ripping and running, and she may be still ripping and running. Because the reality is this. When you get to be around that 34, 35, whatever, you had some life experiences. You and had maybe a couple relationships, whether they sincere relationships or, short tenure, maybe 1 or 2 years or whatever, and it didn't work out, you moved on. You might have had a couple of them. But at the end of the day, I don't think a man will be secure in a woman that he want in his life every day till about, again, in his early 30s. And I'm
right, but
when you talk about building young, but
here's the thing. I think you missing a key point. Most women date up. Most men date down.
That's an opinion.
No. How often do women? Ain't it always a man has a younger woman?
Yeah,
because they date up. They want more security. So when you're 23, you're looking for the 30-year-old guy most of the time. Most of the time, the 30-year-old guy is correct for them because he's more mature. He's more established. Men look for younger women because they look for more purity, more beauty. This is why it's like that. So when I say a woman should be looking for a relationship, I'm not saying she should be looking for a relationship in the 23-year-old per se. But usually they look to date up. So they date up in age, they date up in status, and they date up in income.
You're still helping my argument.
I'm not. I'm telling you that a woman should be looking for her mate at 23, whether he's a 30-year-old or not.
This is my argument. And this is one of the points that I made again. Fuck them numbers, Mar. Catch the fucking vibe. And no, wait a minute. Let me finish the
The
point.
vibe is for fun. The vibe ain't for relationship.
But no, you can build off that. That's the reality. Because first you gotta like you fuck each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's the vibe.
Right.
So keep having them vibes which turn into moments. And again, if some time has elapsed, 6-8 months, okay, you can sit there and say, okay, we got a little relationship going here. I get all that. But in saying what and commenting on what you just said, that's why them numbers really don't matter no more. Because if you're gonna sit there and say an older guy wants a younger woman or a woman wants an older guy for whatever reasons, really just some shallow motherfuckers. Really.
Not shallow. That's what men value beauty.
Not me though. I'm not. Trust me, I want a fine ass woman. But here's the thing: I'm more concerned on what's on the inside than the outside.
What matters most to you?
I just told you what's on the inside.
So
not
you'll
the
take
outside.
an ugly joint.
I didn't say that. You
So,
didn't
but
fucking word.
so then it
Oh, hell
matters.
No, to a certain degree, Mark.
No, it's not to a certain to degree.
It
It's
does,
just the only
Mark.
thing you have to be attracted to. You have to be attracted to.
I get that.
So
But that's the
attraction is
physical
your
part.
attraction is your number one thing. I don't care if she got a good ass vibe. For most men, you have to be attracted to her.
Well, understand this, Mark.
Women don't have to be attracted to you at first. That's why you see women with ugly guys.
Where you get that from? Where the fuck is this coming from?
Women date up for financial status all the time.
So you saying all the women is shallow?
No, I'm saying
That's what I got out of that.
what I'm saying is looks don't matter for women when you
As
have
much,
money.
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
that's why a rich guy can get a younger guy. A younger girl, because it doesn't really matter.
I give you some of that, but I don't think that's always the case.
That's always the case. Why is a rich man always have a beautiful younger lady? Because they looking for it. They don't care
No,
about what
Mark,
you
because
look.
he's a cool motherfucker.
No,
Old head, cool as shit.
no.
No, I understand a little bit of what you're saying. I'm just not going to entirely agree with that, and I'm saying that shit because, again, in my opinion, I just think brothers, have your fun.
Brothers as in men or brothers in black?
As in black men.
Okay.
Well, fuck it. I say color don't matter.
Okay.
I would say this. So when you around like in your early 30s, I would say
As a man.
as a male, yes, start looking from a relationship standpoint as something that you want to have that can sustain the long term, and obviously grow into a real relationship, whether it's engagement after that or marriage after that. I don't think, in my opinion, you should be doing that shit in your 20s, because I just think not only you letting yourself down, you letting that young lady down. Because at the end of the day, she ain't all the way there with it neither. Yeah, women mature faster than men, but at the end of the day too, we always want our cake and eat it too. So I think we're gonna have as much fun as we can. You know what I'm saying? And then at some point when you're tired of running, or again, you're more rounded and you become solid as a man and having your priorities in order, I don't think you hit that stage until you in your early 30s, bro. In my opinion.
So if a woman told you at let's just go back to 30-year-old Jay, and a woman told you, I've been having fun and I've slept with 75 guys, would that turn you on?
Well, first of all, that 75 is actually going to be 150.
Okay.
Because she's not going to tell me the fucking truth, and I don't
Right.
respect the truth. But hell no, don't nobody want to experience that.
Right.
And you
so
know that's a damn exaggeration
so-
anyway.
But no, that's like literally there's a podcast where women say I've been with 100 guys and she's only 27
Oh, bro,
guys.
I believe that shit, bro.
Right.
Like,
So
I
that's what I'm
totally believe
saying.
that.
Like men prefer purity. The lower your body count, the better you are to me. The more that a man can't say he's been with you in your circle, is it. This is why a man can't date anyone seriously that's dated their homie.
Oh, that ain't never, bro. First of all, I got rules, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
just
now-
saying, like,
now-
even if somebody you knew, just even someone you know, I ain't even saying one of your best friends, but if you know, like, oh man, she was
I
knocking
can't
him
do it.
down there and knocking him down there.
I can't do it.
Right.
I can't do it.
Because men cherish and prefer purity.
It's not even so much that for me. Then if that's one of your rules, personal rules,
That's most men.
I respect that. But yeah, for me personally, because the way I was fucking raised, like, my personal rule is I don't want nothing you had, bro. That ain't a knock on my bro or the young lady he was with. At the end of the day, I just think there's enough women out there to where as though.
But if you're telling all women to have fun till they're 30, what is having fun? They're getting ran through.
That don't mean they getting entirely ran through. What
In
I'm just saying,
today's time?
I'm just talking about don't look for a serious relationship. I'm not gonna say get ran through. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. That's not the point I'm making.
What does have fun to a woman mean?
That mean like go. That mean
use a man for his finances and go on dates with no intentions of. Because men date to have sex. Men spend money on you for the most part to have sex with you.
I agree with that.
So are you telling women to lead men on?
No. What I'm saying is if I got a daughter or a sister, what I'm saying is don't get tied down to a relationship early in life because everything changes. And you might not have maybe to my sister or my daughter found yourself yet. Or you may not be where you want to be in life yet to consider yourself in a relationship because it's a real partnership when you're in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Your dreams and aspirations may not be theirs.
Correct.
So in saying that, this is what I'm saying. Have those life experiences. They ain't always got to be attached to sex. You understand what I'm saying? But it has to be attached to you and what you want.
But women become emotional with men and get attached.
I get that. This is why, another reason why I'm suggesting have fucking fun. That don't mean everything is sexual. The point of what I'm saying.
We live in a sexual society, Jay. Like, this is how it is going. Like, I know what you thinking, but when you say
I'm trying to keep
fun,
it with some principles, you trying to take it
right. But this is what I'm saying. We lost the principles, and this is what's happening now. This is why I said we got to get back to traditionalism of this instead of the modernism where women are sexually liberated and allowed to.
That time is past, my bro.
So then you can't. Well, then again. At 30, you're going to have someone most likely ran through.
Bro, first of all, that number, 30 years old, I can't say that because I got in my first, I would say, real relationship at fucking 19, 20 with my the first person I was with that had my two sons. So at the end of the day, was I mature enough? Fuck no. Was she mature enough? In my opinion, hell no. So when saying that,
right, and what
hold on. I ended up being with that person for 10 years. And honestly, because I'll never forget this shit.
Did you marry her?
Fuck no. Listen what I'm saying. Let me finish it because this is real shit. Remember when the new millennium was rolling around, they were saying, oh man, when the year 2000 get here, the world's going to fucking end. Yeah, all that apocalypse shit going on and all that shit. Motherfuckers buying all this rice, spam, and water and shit. But that was the year that I had left my son's mother. Because I said, all right, I'm going in the year 2000. This shit has been so fucking rocky. I'm not all the way in it. And I really wasn't concerned about her feelings, because to be quite honest with you, again, once I was freed from that relationship, bro, it was kind of like, and I don't want to use the word burden off of my back. It was just like, I felt free, bro. Like, I felt free. I felt like in the year 2000, I was pimp of the year. If they were giving out motherfucking awards.
So how do you think she felt?
I wasn't interested to ask because I was doing my thing. But the reality is that I felt free because I was tied down young. This is the point that I'm making. I didn't turn the corner till I got to be about 30, 31. I'm keeping it a bean, bro. I didn't start saying, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing every day, and this is what I want to do with my life moving forward. And I wasn't in nothing serious. I was just out dating, having fucking fun, bro. Young, older, like I ain't had numbers on shit.
For a man that benefits you, I don't have a problem with that. I understand that. Most women date up. So at the 30, when you're thinking you're starting to hit your stride, that's what a woman is looking for the most part. But as a woman, and just in your sense, do you think that my premise of, hey, maybe y'all shouldn't have been together because you didn't marry her, that goes to marry before you carry?
Okay, you can say that, but at the same time, too,
Like, if
I don't
to
think
me-
we were
to me-
mature enough to
I
be in a
know, but
you know what I'm saying?
this is again. You keep saying we weren't mature, but this is what I'm saying. If you go back to traditionalism for women, stop knowing. Get the man that wants to marry you before you carry for him, and that way you'll know that y'all are on the same wavelength.
Okay, now, let's
You
take
won't
what just said.
feel as a burden to leave her. This is what I'm saying for my people, for my young generation out there. Like, stop having babies before you know if it's somebody that wants to be with you and you're not a burden to them.
Okay, if they don't have a baby, but it's okay for her to rock out sexually.
If you're in a relationship, I think if a man doesn't ask you to marry you within the first 2 years and y'all still dating, I think the woman should leave him. Because
oh my fucking God.
she does- he doesn't-
That's some
Yes.
bullshit.
if you can't
Hell
commit
no,
to her,
Mark.
well, you're wasting her time.
No,
and you're
Mark,
wasting
Mark.
your time.
So, all right, so I'm going to knock it down for 2 motherfucking years, and then we going to go our separate ways. So, by the time she gets 30,
Why wouldn't you
hold on,
marry?
wait a minute, because she might not be my type.
Then why are you with her?
And honestly, too, here's the thing, too. Everything fucking changes, bro.
What changes?
Everything. Do tell me what don't change. Everything
I'm saying
changes.
what changes from we both agreed that you know if you want to marry the woman in the first month, in the first year.
No. We both agree that right now I'm going to get me some of this pussy.
No,
You
I'm
gonna
talking
take
about
this-
me and you. On the previous episode, we both agreed that you realize you know if the woman you're with is wifey material.
I still
Right.
agree
So
with that.
if you know that if you in 2 years in and you don't know if she wifey material, why are you with her?
Because you may love and like this woman. You may not be married, or y'all may not be married.
Right. So go ahead and
Ready for marriage.
Why are y'all wasting each other's
I
time?
don't think that's a waste.
That is.
No, bro. You still growing. 2 years, you absolutely at 100% in 2 years. Now, let me finish this. In 2 years, you absolutely feel like there's no more growth. We hit the wall. We are ready to get married and spend the next 40 to 50 years together, bro.
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
No,
if you've been
dog.
with somebody for 2 years,
No,
you
dog.
ought to know what you like and don't like.
Yeah, exactly. I might.
Right, so
I
make
might
the
know I
decision.
like
Be the
you
man
enough.
or be the woman strong
Nah,
enough to make
I
the
don't agree with
decision
that.
that this is not something
Nah.
I see in the future.
That's
I've
not
done
enough
it
time.
in life.
That's not enough
I've
time.
told someone that, hey, I'm not going to marry you.
No, I'm not.
It was a hurt piece to her, and it fell apart after that. But I was man enough
What
to
did
say,
you expect? What the fuck,
right? But I
bro?
was honest with that. I wasn't going to lead her on or nothing like that, and it broke up. I was willing to break up because I knew I didn't want to waste that girl's time.
Okay. That's what you do. I'm not doing
No,
that.
I'm just saying that's what you should do in general. If you can, we can't
I don't
sit
agree with
here.
that shit.
Yes. Why? What is the purpose of being in a relationship if you're not seeing that person as someone you can be with for the? What's the purpose of being in a 10-year relationship? You don't see yourself with her for 10 to 20 more years. What's the purpose?
To, again, find the loved one that you want, but that may take time, bro. That's two. You can't
10
put a
years?
timeline. Hold on, you put
What
a
else
timeline.
What else could you
I
find
didn't
out?
say 10 years, bro. You said 2. I'm on 2 years. You said 2 years.
I said at 2 years you shouldn't. I didn't say you had to, but you should be willing to marry her.
No, man.
Yes.
No, bro.
Yes.
No, bro. You out of your mind.
No.
Hell no.
Because
Nah.
after that point, you're
No.
just wasting time.
Well, that's.
You're just wasting time,
you
and you're
gotta let-
possibly gonna have
No,
a
no,
kid
no.
that you ain't gonna be with, and you're gonna have a separate family household, and her rules over here, your rules over there. That's dysfunction.
Now,
for the
I
community.
agree with the conversation and expectations while we in this for the last 2 years. But to make a decision whether you're going to marry this person after 2 years or you're going to tell her, listen, you ain't the one I want to marry, so we should shut this down. First of all, everything changes. You understand what I'm saying? So when saying that, there's still a lot of growth after 2 years in a relationship, Mark.
Right, but you should already know if you're willing to spend your life with this person. The core principles
that-
don't change after 2 years. The core is
But the
going to be there no
priorities
matter.
might, Mark. But the priorities might.
All right, and if the priorities change,
It could
then-
be children. It could be fucking bills. It can be family situations. Priorities
should-
changes.
they're both going to change for you. The
Bro,
bill's going to be the same. They're both. They're everything.
I don't
If
think
you're in a
that's enough time,
relationship
bro.
at 2 years, all the priorities is changing. So when in that 2 years, you should have a conversation of where you see yourself in 10, 20 years.
It's cool to have a conversation, but I don't think you should
Like,
make a decision based on how long y'all been together, whether or not you gonna marry this person. That's not enough
No,
time.
I didn't say that just because you're there, but I said you should know and understand that.
You may know that in your mind, but I don't think you should communicate that because, again, women are emotional creatures. Like you just said, as soon as you said that, told the fucking truth, that I don't see myself marrying you, what happened to your relationship?
It broke up.
Exactly.
Right, but I already understood that.
So let me ask you this.
See, in hindsight, I respected her and let her know when she was talking about, hey, I don't see myself marrying you.
But let me ask you this. Do you know or do you think you hurt that woman?
Yes.
Okay, so when saying that, I don't know how much love y'all could have garnered if you would have never said that, or how much growth y'all still could have had. But one thing I do know, you can learn to love somebody. And because it's more factors involved. Like, hold on, Mark, hold on. In a relationship, you want trust.
Yeah.
That fine, pretty motherfucker, you might can't trust her.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? You want honesty.
Correct.
Okay. This motherfucker might be a lying ass nigga. So in saying all that, and that's just, and you want financial stability.
Yes.
Okay, so when saying all that, she might not have reached her peak in 2 years.
Right. You don't wait till somebody reaches their peak. You grow together.
It's cool growing together, but I just think that's after 2 years, bro, it's so much growth left and still learning of that other person.
No.
You know, nah, before you make a decision like that, that's going to affect the rest of your life. Oh, hell no. 2 years ain't enough time, bro.
2 years is plenty of time.
Nah, man.
2 years is plenty of time.
I don't agree with that, Mark. I don't agree with that.
Plenty of time.
I don't agree with that. Now, I can sit here and have a
Wasting,
conversation.
you going, there's no way I'm going to tell my daughter when she becomes of age in her 20s and she's dating a guy for 2 years who has no plans for her in the future. There's no way I'm telling my daughter to stick with him. No way.
Okay.
What's your plans, young man? I don't know. I don't see myself marrying. If a man told you I don't see myself marrying your daughter, you gonna tell him to stick with it and still try it out?
I'm gonna ask him why. That's all. That's a
But
simple conversation.
It doesn't matter why.
Because again, one thing I'm not going to have information to or be privileged to is the details of their relationship. That's none of my business.
It's none of your business. But I'm saying if you was sitting there talking to your girlfriend, your sister, your daughter's boyfriend,
There's a reason why this nigga saying no.
It's a reason why, but you're still gonna communicate.
And I may not want to know.
You may not want to know.
Child. Might hurt my feelings.
But when you hear that, you're going to go to your daughter and say, "Hey, yeah, keep sticking it out."
Again, I don't have the details because
I don't care about the details. I'm asking Jay if the man she's dating tells you she's not going to marry. I don't see me marrying your daughter. Are you going to say, "Shit, you should take more time and stick it out and work on it"?
No, this is what I would honestly tell her. I would sit there and say, first of all, well, why do he feel that way? See, I'm gonna ask the right questions without getting the details of that relationship. No, because at the end of the day, it might be something she might tell me on why she's not ready for that neither.
I didn't say you see now you're spinning the question.
No,
I'm telling you
ways.
it's not. If he tells you that he's not marrying your daughter, it's no way. I don't believe
it has to be an explanation attached to that.
I don't care what it is. It could be her core principles of what she's done. Whatever she's not going to change. If it's been 2 or 3 years, her core principles
Wait a minute.
are
She's not going to change. How old would she be, Mark? Because again, if she's in her 20s, she's going to change.
Her core principles of what she believes in doesn't change.
We ain't
You
talking
as a
about
man,
church.
you have core principles.
Yeah.
It's not going to change.
We ain't talking about church.
Your ideals might change, but your core principles of what you believe in ain't going to change.
Right, but those things may
So
not
if it's a
factor
core
into my relationship.
It does. Your core principles don't factor in your.
It may not. Like picture you like this. It's so many facets of a relationship, Mark. You need certain ones to meet.
Right.
And that's what you build on.
If the other person doesn't believe your core principles align with his, then I'm not going to marry you for it.
Yeah, they have to be aligned. That's why I said it's so many.
Right. So you would tell your daughter to stay in it when a man tells you that no fucking way.
Mark. First of all, this is why I say before you call yourself being in a relationship, it's a conversation y'all need to have about expectations. That is exactly my point in saying that.
Yeah, so if you had the conversation of your expectations, y'all 2 years in, that I'm sure when your expectations is at some point when you were talking about expectation, I expect to be married at some point, And that was already conversed when you have that conversation. So if 2 years in you don't see yourself marrying this other person, you should be the bigger person and say no.
I just don't agree with that. I just think you need more time.
I don't think you need
2 years is not a lot of time, Mark.
2 years is to know if you want to marry somebody. I'm not saying you pick up and get married, but you should be moving forward to marry. A motherfucking engagement should happen, and eventually within the next year to 3, you should be married. I'm not saying get married at 2 years. I'm saying at 2 years, you know if you want to be married. So engagement should happen, and y'all should be preparing for marriage within the next 3 to 5 years.
Wait,
everybody don't have money to get married right away and have the wedding that they want. I understand that. So you can take time to build up to say if the young lady wants a big wedding or the man wants a big wedding, you could take time to build up for that. But in 2 years, you should be on your way for an engagement and preparing to marry that person because you already had the conversation of your expectations when you first started dating to get into the relationship. So you should understand the core values of what's going on. What do I want in life? What do you want in life? And everything. And if it changes, that's cool. If it changes and we don't align no more, then go ahead and move on.
So you just wasted years of your life.
Exactly. You just wasted 2 years instead of 10.
What the fuck? I'm not trying to waste any. So honestly,
right.
In my opinion,
so,
hold on. In my opinion, in what you just said, I just think you put more pressure on a fucking relationship. To me.
No, you just put
with them kind of stipulations,
how is
bro.
it pressure when you yourself say you talk about the expectations? So where's the pressure when you have your expectations? I have my expectations. We have the expectation talk. So we know where we going. So where's the pressure at? The pressure comes when you don't have those conversations.
No. I think
and it just comes out of nowhere. That's the pressure.
Timelines on shit.
No, it's not a timeline.
It is. You said 2 years.
Yeah,
that's a timeline.
In 2 years, you should know if you want to be married or not.
Okay, that don't mean you got to have that fucking conversation, my guy.
Well, do you want to have the expectation conversation or not? I don't understand your point, Jack. You saying you have the expect conversation, and when most of the time you have expect conversations going into a relationship, you are talking about where you see both of yourselves within this time.
Yeah, but not within a timeline. That could be in life.
Who the hell is going to put that?
Or what you want in your lifetime.
What sane person would say, I don't have a time of getting married. I just want to be with you and not have a time.
There's so many relationships out here that have been together for 5 years. They not even engaged, bro.
Right.
So that kills your argument.
And then when they don't never get married, it was nothing but a waste of time.
No, because they may get married.
Because then they probably have a kid. It's going to be a dysfunctional family of a separated household. She got rules over here, rules over here. This is what I'm saying why we're failing, because we don't have traditional values no more. We got to get back to traditional values to get our communities better and to be raising our kids properly, man. This is crazy to me that you want to just... It's not, again, a relationship especially when you have kids, it's about the kids, it's about the family. Like, it's so much selfishness going on.
But that's what you wanted to grow into. But this is why I'm saying my
argument
argument
waste
is this.
The time,
my
bro.
argument is to know exactly what you want.
You should know.
So to be able to do that in 2 years, to be able to have the blueprint of your life for the next 40 to 50, that's fucking ludicrous, bro.
If you're with the person every day of your life and talking and being in a relationship and most likely living together and all that, there's nothing else to know. You already know their core values. It's either you're going to deal with it and love them how they are or they're not. Their core values don't change. The ideas might change. Your core values don't change.
Mar, for you to sit there and say we need to start their whole relationship shit young,
you need to be looking for a relationship. Women need to be looking to be in a relationship younger, because you put miles on your body, your looks go down, and you become less valuable to a valuable man.
All the shit you talking about is superficial shit that ain't got nothing to do with the substance of a person. Absolutely.
It is not, because men are visual purpose. You don't care. A woman can't, in general, if we were in a relationship, a man and a woman was in a relationship and they were both working. If the man loses their job and the woman had to take care and the man never worked again, how long would that last?
I don't know, Mark. I can't
I'm just saying, give me your educated answer of what you think that would last. It wouldn't last for long.
In my opinion, to be the strength of the relationship. How strong it is. Because now, again, everything that you saying, you talking about get married, do this, do that. You ain't basing none of this shit on love and commitment. You based it all on superficial shit.
No, I'm not basing
no
nothing on
substance,
love and
which is
commitment. You don't know if you love somebody in 2 years?
No, you can have love.
Then you're so... Again,
that don't mean you get married.
Right, because what's married, you gotta know the financial, the superficial shit. If you already know love is there, then what's next? The superficial shit. You can't argue both ways.
No, I'm not arguing both ways. You want this shit in a box. That ain't life.
That's life.
No, that's your life.
That is life. That's why life today is fucked up.
Okay, but
it's not working.
But no, to me it ain't working because the motherfuckers that call themselves being in this relationship, they not mature enough. They fucking cheating.
No.
They not
cheating because they're not
rounded all the way. They not rounded all the way yet. Their life is changing every motherfucking day because they not stable yet.
Bullshit.
Nah, bro. Maturity means a lot.
No, maturity doesn't mean.
If not, you're wasting your time.
Maturity means commitment.
Okay,
all you gotta do is be committed to somebody, and that's all. That's the easiest thing. It's easy to do wrong. It's harder to do right. It's hard to be in a relationship. So if you're going to have a relationship, be in the relationship. Don't fucking jick and jive and dink and donk it. If you choosing to be in a relationship with somebody, be in a relationship with somebody. Be committed to that person. If not, don't be in a relationship.
Okay. Well, we shouldn't be fucking with that word relationship. Because what I did at 20 years old, having my first son, I called myself being in a relationship.
Right.
But
were you ready?
Wait a minute. Fuck no. That's my point.
Exactly. That's my point.
So, but even still,
you was with somebody for 10 years. You said why?
Exactly, Mark.
So don't be you. If you would have cut it off, it wouldn't be in that problem.
Mark, cut it off with strings fucking attached. That's hard to do. And in saying
what
that,
strings?
I had a son.
Right. Marry before you carry.
Okay, but you're living in the fucking 50s.
I'm not living in the 50s. I'm living in reality.
Okay, but in reality today, that shit don't apply.
No, it's because we don't put it to apply. We don't hold traditional values again of what a family structure and what society needs. Society is you are built to be with someone. Humans are built to be with someone.
Yes,
so when
but
you
there's no timeline on that
so
shit,
getting
Mark.
married is not really about love. It's a commitment. The love, you can love somebody and
you can't have commitment without marriage.
No.
What the fuck? Oh, stop. Okay.
No, because when you don't get married, you have no skin in the game, brother.
No, I don't agree with that, Mark.
You have no skin in the game.
You can have commitment without marriage. You can. You can, Mark.
It doesn't work.
To you, it don't work.
It doesn't. Tell me.
I picture like this. I'm just gonna shoot past your timeline of 2 years. If I been committed to a woman for 4 years, I love her the same. I'm definitely committed to her. I've been with her for 4 years. I don't have any plans on going nowhere. So maybe in 4 or 5 years, I can start to think like this. Okay, wait a minute. This has been my life for the last 3 or 4 years. I'm comfortable in this situation. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we can start thinking about engagement and then possibly marriage. But in 2 years, I can't do that, bro.
What are you thinking about?
Why
would you waste 5 years of your life?
I'm not wasting nothing. I'm making sure my life is at a certain point that I'm
sure. That makes no fucking sense.
No, that makes sense, bro.
That's like going to school
in 2 fucking years.
That's like going to school.
You don't graduate till 4.
Right, but that's like going to school with no expectations of graduating.
Okay, but that's at least 4 years. You talking about 2, Mark.
4 years because you go fucking not even the whole year. You got fucking days off. You got half the year. Exactly. Like, stop it.
Okay.
That's not even, so 4 years is like 2 years.
So, no.
In actual time.
So in saying that, even high school, 4 years. Even
half
college,
the time.
Hold on, even college, 4 years. So in saying that, if we take your argument.
So that's, before we go further. 4 years in high school, 4 years in college.
Yeah.
If you condense it as far as time,
you putting a stipulation.
Hold on, no, I'm not putting a stipulation. I'm putting reality to it.
I'm putting a timeline on it.
Right. So if you take the 4 years and condense it from the time you're off, it's about 2 years. I ain't
looking at days off because at the end of the day,
you're not looking at reality.
No.
That's reality.
No. Reality is this. In a relationship or a committed one,
there's no time off.
There is no fucking days off.
I know, so that's the reality I'm saying of school. You have days off. So if you take the days off and combine them, it actually turns into about 2 years worth of school 24/7 if you do it like that.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
That's the reality of it.
This is what I'm saying. So in them 4 years, with those times off, the weekend and whatever, you might become ready. to be in a relationship. Because not only has the time that has passed is 4 years, you may feel like you know everything about this person from a personal standpoint, from a financial standpoint, and you may feel like in those 4 years that, okay, we solid, we can grow, we can get married, we can have a family, we can do all of that shit, we can buy the house, we can do all that. But I don't think in 2 years you can start to build towards that. But I don't think in 2 years you definitely sure that this the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. That is really hard, bro.
That's not hard.
That's hard, bro.
It's not hard because all you got to do is put in the work and put in the honesty to it. You know, a man knows if this girl is wifey material or not.
Yeah.
So you already know. Like, I don't understand.
You may already know,
if
but
you're
you
not
might not
ready,
be financially ready. That's
nobody's
another
never
part
financially
of that.
ready.
So won't you get financially fucking ready then?
There's no such thing as financially ready. It's always want more. You always want more.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, there's no way.
If
you financially ready, everybody waited till you financially ready, you would have never get married.
More, let me speak on myself when it comes to this. I'm the type motherfucker. I'm not a needy guy. I can find happiness in a fucking paper bag, bro.
Okay.
Like, so in saying that, because I know how life changes, and because I know I'm not needy, at the end of the day, having that relationship may be good for that moment because I know the potential that it may have. That don't mean after 2 years in with this particular woman that I can sit here and say that we're both ready from all aspects, not only from an emotional standpoint, but a financial standpoint. Do we want the family standpoint? Again, these is a lot of things that you got to cover in 2 years. And I don't think that's enough time.
How don't you know if you want a family after 2 years? How do you know you don't want
No,
the
that's
family
one of the
standpoint?
conversations of expectations.
But I'm saying after 2 years, how do you not know what expectation of family is for both of y'all?
Well, honestly, again, in 2 years, you still growing with this person. Y'all having conversations.
But after 2 years, how do you know what their family values are? Like, I don't understand that. Explain that to me.
No, you can know what your values is, Mark, but this is the point I'm making.
You already know if you want to have a kid. You already know what you want to do. You already know what you have to retire. You should already know all that.
Yeah, I could want these things. That don't mean I'm ready for them, Mark. That's the point I'm making. That don't mean I'm fucking ready. True. That doesn't mean I'm ready.
It means ready if you're ready to move on with this person.
Being that young and making them kind of decisions that are lifelong decisions, I think you wait as long as possible because you want to be sure. I don't think after 2 years, all right.
Waiting as long as possible is why 70% of Americans can't retire.
Mark, everybody not from Alabama like you, bro. We got up north values.
It doesn't matter. That's down here. That's why 90% of America live check to check.
Okay.
They have individualities. They don't want to work together. They want to prolong things.
But
instead of coming together with the person you love and say, hey, you know what? We can do this, and having an expectation of let's build together early so that when we're in our retirement age, that we have stuff built together that we can retire comfortably and take care of our kids. Like, I don't understand how.
No, I just think you in a perfect world.
I'm not in the perfect world.
I think you are. With them kind of values, Mark, you're in a perfect fucking world, bro. We're not in a perfect world.
That's you is satisfied with the world we in.
No.
That's all it is.
That's me knowing myself.
No, that's you satisfied in the world you in.
No, I don't.
Like when you said, because you're talking about everybody, like me knowing that, and you putting that on everybody. That is not working for society. It's not working for society. Our kids are killing each other. Our kids are not learning. Our kids are doing all this stuff that you're having, all this promiscuous sex with everybody, and nothing is working. Nothing is working.
That's why, in my opinion,
because of the values that they're doing, because everything is just, I don't want to be in a relationship, is why nothing is working. This is why you have broken families. This is why you have kids out here who don't have good mentorship, because everybody's doing it on their own instead of coming together like they should. It's not working. I don't care how much you say that you need time to know. That does not work. Does not work. And it's being proved to you every day in society. We are less married today, and the world is worse for it. The world is worse for it.
Well, listen, that's your opinion. Obviously,
It's not an opinion. Is the
a
world
strong
worse?
one for you. No, listen. Again, what world are you living in? Because
This world.
Because what's going on today?
In
This
America.
is what I see. This is what I see. I see motherfuckers in a relationship or call themselves being in a relationship, having kids within that so-called relationship. Honestly, not being ready for that relationship, whether it's from a financial standpoint, even a maturity standpoint. This is why my suggestion for today's folks and what's going on right now in reality is get into yourself, grow, hit your pinnacle of your growth. Hopefully that growth may be, it may stop, or you may be rounded out in your early 30s. Then start to look for that legitimate relationship that you hope can last the rest of your life. Because in your 20s, again, everything is everything is changing, bro. So fucking fast. And again, in your 20s, you haven't had many life experiences. So with not having many life experiences comes a lot of mistakes and bad decisions. You don't agree with that? How many bad decisions you made in your 20s? A lot, Mark.
Right, and how many bad decisions came from not listening to the people in the position?
What you mean? Everybody don't have them voices in their
Everybody
life,
does
Mark.
have the but that's for us to put it out there. That's for us to do it. Just because you don't have it, we are on a podcast. We should be telling the people this. You're telling them to keep doing that.
No, what I'm telling them is, American people.
It's not
Let me be
working.
clear. American people, this is what I'm saying. And I want to be clear, because obviously me and Mara disagree. I'm saying to you, American people, live your life to the fullest. Enjoy your life, because at some point when you want to get into that serious relationship, some of that shit you done missed and passed you by. Have fun now. Have your life experiences. Hold on. Whether that's traveling, whether that's continuing your education, whether that's finding the right career path that you choose to go on, whatever that journey is. And my suggestion is this: when you're ready to commit to that person, because that person is going to become your priority. Let's be clear. You agree with that part of that? That person becomes your priority. You agree with that? Partially? Now I'm lost. But anyway, this is why I'm saying, until you are 100% ready and you're moving consistently every day on how you want to live for the rest of your life, then you go ahead and call yourself getting married or getting engaged and start to have that real legitimate relationship that you want in your lifetime.
You know what that does? You know what that type of thinking does? It only pushes the goalposts for you back. When you say I'm not, when you can control it and constantly say I'm not ready, you can continuously say that. It takes a motherfucker that's strong to commit to something, man. Even gym, even diet, even work. It takes a commitment to it.
It's discipline.
So relationship is nothing but a discipline. So when you say you can't be disciplined, that's bullshit. All you got to do is commit to it. It's no different than anything else in life. It's no different than motherfuckers committing to their job. They can go to work every fucking day for 30 years and have no problem, and people fucked up all in there because they committed to going to work because they stuck on the check. What they've done is devalued relationships, and this is why everybody just leaves. They won't leave that fucking job, but they'll leave each other over some bullshit. And this is what people are putting out there, and I'm not going to co-sign that shit.
Okay.
Be the commitment and be strong enough to commit to the person that you in love with. Work with them and build with them. Don't be pushing the goalposts back for yourself. I'm not ready. Jump into that shit. That's just like saying I'm not ready to work, but I ain't gonna go work. That's bullshit. Jump into that job and go work.
Okay.
The same thing you do for that fucking green paper you do for the person you love.
Okay. You in that perfect world.
I'm not in a perfect world. A relationship is not perfect, but if you want society to change for the better, you gotta be committed to somebody, man, because I'm telling you, this is why we are failing, because everybody is the self-culture and making sure you're good and all this nonsense is bullshit. Now you can enjoy yourself. You can be good and grown with the person you love. Like, I don't understand how that is a problem. Y'all both grow. You had the conversation. Y'all both grow together. Have the conversation of that and grow together. Like, don't be afraid to commit to each other. Be afraid not to commit to each other. That should be the fucking phrase. Be afraid not to commit to each other.
Okay.
Because that's where we lose at.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you reality.
That is reality.
No, I'm going to give you reality. Reality right now, motherfuckers can't even stick to a diet. So when you talk about
This is the most fit you've been in the world. This is the most fit conscious the U.S. has ever been.
But in saying that, typical motherfuckers can't even commit to a diet. You know how many motherfuckers Muslims don't smoke weed with? But this is what I'm talking about, because all that shit you saying, to me, that's in the perfect world. But a lot of motherfuckers don't have discipline. Even when you on a diet, I'm gonna take a cheat day. I'm gonna pick the fuck out. How many motherfuckers broke that diet on Thanksgiving?
You're arguing my point, Jay.
No, I'm not. No,
I said don't be afraid to commit.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
But here's my point, Mar, and this is where we differ. That's easy to say, but when you're actually in the midst of it, and the temptations is coming your way, and I'll break it down all the way to a fucking diet. You know you ain't supposed to be eating that motherfucking apple pie, nigga. You got diabetes. It ain't no good for you. You overweight, this, that, and the third. But you'll find a reason to cheat or have that fucking moment.
Right.
Because that's people. You know what I'm saying? Even we want a day off mentally or break our traditional shit. So my point in saying what you're saying, and it ain't me throwing so much disagreeing with you. I just think you're in a perfect world.
Not in a perfect
world. But in saying all that, you wouldn't have that person you would have to, they would almost have to be a clone to you and your thoughts. And I'm saying that because we all different. No, Mar, listen to what I'm saying. You got these expectations on why society is failing, this, that, and the third. I'm not even giving society that much motherfucking power in my life these days.
How? You're assimilating to it.
No. I'm saying that because I'm such an open person and shit that I ain't got all these motherfucking rules, bro. I'm just looking for happiness. Now, if I can find that with that particular person, that's cool. But one of the things that we differ at too, because I feel like I'm past this stage of life when you talking about men are physically attracted first, I totally agree with that part. But at the end of the day, that's not going to be the full attraction to me. What's going to be the full attraction? Hold on, dog. What's going to be the full attraction to me is the substance, the character, and the quality of that woman. She ain't got to be fucking Beyonce and how she look. But at the end of the day, if them qualities match up with Beyonce, and she can look like motherfucking, this ain't no knock, I'm just giving an example of night and day. If fucking India Ari, I'm cool with that. Because at the end of the day, when I turn my back and go do what I need to do for us, I ain't got no motherfucking worries because our values are aligned. We both committed to each other. And we both know what we want at this stage in our life. Because we might already had the bullshit in the 20s or early 30s. We might already had that shit. Because quite honestly, if we go with your assessment, forget how old you is. How many relationships have you actually had in your life? Relationships.
Probably about 4.
So let's stop right there. Me, I've had 3. I have 3. So when saying that, each one was different, obviously. Obviously, these 3 women had different traits. I did marry one of them. But at the end of the day, all those things that you talk about, I don't recall one motherfucking conversation. And this just could be my fault or our fault, me and the person I was with fault. I don't recall one motherfucking conversation of expectations and how we want our life to play out for the rest of our tenure. Because those conversations are they not even fucking normal. Because to me, everybody is so different and everybody's always on the next best thing. To have that commitment you talk about, not only does it take unprecedented discipline, you basically ask them to live in a motherfucking box. Because those values, I'm not gonna say they played out. They're definitely from an older generation on what's going on today. Because everything is fast, more.
Again, you're assimilating to today and pushing the goalposts back for yourself. You just said. So if the goes back to the perfect girl that you said it just ain't about that and you want to be intellectual and everything. If you find
That's just substance, bro.
Right. If you find that person, why wouldn't you marry her?
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I just wouldn't do it in the. I don't.
So
feel
what's
the
the
purpose?
purpose?
I don't. Let me be clear. I don't feel the need to do it in 2 years.
I didn't say marry her. What's the purpose in asking her to marry you? What is the purpose? That's why I said in 2 years you should be building towards a marriage now. You should be asking to get engaged and then building for your future. If you found the perfect girl, what's the difference?
First of all, nothing's fucking perfect, Mark.
Your perfect girl, the one motherfucking
me.
million women you just described as the perfect girl.
For me.
You just described it.
Right. But in saying
So
that,
if you found her, why wouldn't you marry her?
I didn't say I wouldn't. I just don't think it needs to be a timeline on it, bro.
Why? If she's
what
already a girl you've been looking for, what's and she wanted to get married, what's the problem?
It'll be a lot of intangibles with that. Like, honestly.
Right, you keep pushing your own goalposts.
No, I'm not
back,
pushing.
bro.
No. You make this shit sound really fucking easy. Because in a
It
relationship.
is real.
Bro,
It is real easy.
bro.
That's what the thing. Y'all
Bro,
complicate.
y'all
Y'all complicate
There's a lot of
relationships
nuances. There's a lot of nuances in relationships, bro.
It's not.
She may have it all on the outside, but on the inside, might be fucked up.
Okay,
Or
that ain't
vice
the girl
versa.
I'm talking about the girl you described
But
as
she
Jay.
can-
Now
but-
don't stop giving
Mark,
me motherfuckers that
Mark,
I'm talking
Mark,
about the perfect
Mark,
girl you just
Mark,
described.
it's fixable. Some shit is fixable. Some
I
shit you can
don't
grow
want to
into.
talk about the fixable. I want to talk about the person you literally just described 3 minutes ago. Don't have to be the Beyonce, it could be whatever, and it's the vibe and all that. The girl you just described, you keep giving me something that's fixable. The girl you just described that you said is your ideal girl. You got her. What's holding you back?
Again, I don't know how much time you putting on this, but I just feel like let us grow into that and let us.
What
both
else
be
is there
actually
to
ready.
grow? If she's everything you wanted.
I would have to know the intangibles of that person.
It's everything you wanted. It's everything you wanted. I'm saying this. It's everything you wanted. If she's not everything you want, let her go.
That'd be fucking foolish because she has the opportunity to grow into that.
No.
That's like a new job.
You
that don't
cannot
mean you
change
figured out the
when
job
you try
overnight.
to when you try to change a person.
Nah, bro.
It never
it's,
works.
No, it's
out.
not changing a person, Mark. Let's be honest, bro.
You're hoping when you hope. You can't have hope in
No,
this.
this ain't hope, bro. This is growth. You can grow into anything, Mark. You may not have it when you first started the gig or even like this shit here. We may not be the best day one, but we can grow into the best, Mark.
Correct.
So in saying that, this is my.
But we're committed.
Yeah, so let's stop right there. Let's stop right there.
All right. If you could commit to this every week and do it how we do it, it'll eventually work, right? You ain't gonna just stop because it ain't doing it right. Is it everything we need to be right now?
Right now, long as growth involved, absolutely.
But is it everything we need right now?
Yeah, the function, absolutely.
Is it everything?
No, it's not
No.
everything.
So, but is you going to stop being committed to it?
No, I'm going to keep, because we ain't hit the pinnacle yet, and there's more growth involved, which is my point. Let's keep going at it.
But we're already committed. That's what I'm saying.
But that don't mean we hit the pinnacle. We're ready
I didn't say
for the limelight. You see what I'm saying?
But it doesn't mean the limelight. It means that you're in it. We're in it.
Yeah, we're in it, Mark. But
all right, so it doesn't change.
Martin, this is what I'm saying. Yo, it's going to change because we're going to get fucking better naturally. Because at some point,
but we're already
hold on,
committed.
Hold on, even with this, at some point, because of our dialogue, one day I may be able to finish your fucking sentence, vice versa, because we got better, because we got reps at it. So from a relationship standpoint, let each day get better. You see what I'm saying? Now, wait a minute. It may take 3 years, 4 years. That don't mean we not committed. What I'm saying is, let's make sure we at the pinnacle, whereas though not only is the growth there, but at the end of the day, there's not a person or there's not another one that either one of us have. And it's just all about me and her.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you this. Even if we have the potential to grow.
We do, bro.
Okay.
That's reality.
We have the potential to grow.
Absolutely.
What do we have to be?
Committed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which is why I say it doesn't matter waiting for the day. You have to be committed to the person. Even if you still grow, you still got to be committed to it.
Okay, Mark. I'm gonna give you a
You got to be committed to it. You can't push the goalpost back and say, we ain't gonna do it for 2 weeks, and you can't keep pushing the goal. You got to be committed to it. Same thing as a relationship. If you're committed to that person, I don't care what you do. Be committed, and it'll work out. because you continuously have to work at it.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean you don't have
I
to
agree
stop
with that.
working at it.
But that doesn't mean.
But we did it because we seen something in each other. Like, yo, we can bounce off. We are good yin and yang.
And what do we need? Opportunity. So when it presented itself, we went for it. But I have to understand this too, Mark. Wait a minute, Mark. Understand this too now. We're still getting better within our craft. So when let me.
So why does I'm just saying, why does a marriage need to be perfect before you ask her to marry you? If we still working on it and growing and committed, what's the difference in a marriage? You can still work and grow. You don't have to. Things can still grow while you're married.
Because on the flip side of that, you may actually grow the fuck apart because y'all can't never hit that level that y'all both want. Shit keep popping up. That's life. No, shit happens, Mar. That's life. But that doesn't mean you're not committed. Only thing I'm saying to you is, to me, and this is my opinion, American people, don't put all that pressure on yourself. Enjoy that motherfucking person, exalts everything in that relationship, build a fabulous communion, but at the end of the day, make sure it's something that y'all both want. So when y'all sit there and say, okay, we are getting married, and forget the timelines, whether it's been 2 years, 4 years, 6 years. At the end of the day, you know you ready because y'all have exhausted everything about each other and y'all comfortable in your skin on who y'all are individually to build that relationship. Or put your names on the dotted line and constitute the marriage and just go for it.
I am not going to co-sign my daughter in a 6-year relationship with no connection.
See, now you're gonna bring the kids.
I'm not. Now you gonna bring the kids. I'm just not gonna do that for my daughter. I am not.
That's a hard one. We don't have the details of our daughter relationship.
If my daughter is in a 6-year relationship from a man that hasn't committed her, I am not for that shit.
So if that man sit there and say, you ask this young brother, yo, why you and my daughter ain't get married yet? Or do y'all have plans to get married? He sit there and say, well, we want to get married. We just don't feel like we're ready yet, and 6 years has passed. And you ask him, well, why you think or why you don't feel away? And he sit there and say some shit like, well, your daughter can't keep a stable job, or she don't know what she want to do with her career.
Then leave her.
What's your response?
Then leave her.
Okay.
Because obviously she's not making you happy, brother.
But no, that may not be the case, Mark.
Yeah,
he just want her to make sound decisions, which she can grow into.
No.
Oh my balls.
No.
So there's never no. So
you're usually at your. That is a core.
See, that's the perfect world you talking about.
No, that is a
Mark,
core.
You don't
value.
feel like you're still growing as a person?
My core values? No.
I'm
of going to work and all that. That's a core thing.
That's a general statement. Do you feel like you still growing?
I'm still growing as a person, but my core values ain't. My core values don't change,
I
brother.
would need to know what your core values is.
It doesn't matter. Whatever you stand on and believe on, you know what your core values. You know if you got somebody who can't work. You know if you got a lazy person in your household. You know that. You don't just go from a hard worker to a not hard worker. It's your core values. You know if you're a man that wants to work. You know if you're a woman that can cook. You know if you're a woman that want to cook. You know if you want to have a baby. Like, these are core values that don't change.
I just believe that anything, whether you're doing it for the first time or whatever, you can grow into anything you want to be.
You can grow into anything.
I'm glad we agree on that.
But I believe that your core.
But I don't want to put a timeline on that shit. Now, I agree with that part. Your values core may not change, but at the end of the day, I just feel like there's always more growth to attain, bro. So to make a decision knowing you haven't fully grown yet, or that person you having this committed relationship with hasn't fully grown yet, this is why, to me, there's no rush.
Why do you have to be a full-grown flower to grow with each other?
Because I want it to be right.
That's not right.
Because this decision affects the rest of my life.
No, it's not right. Because when you get older,
American people comment on this, I'm pretty sure the brothers are gonna be riding with me on this shit.
When you talk about as you get older, you get stuck in your ways. So it's less opportunity to grow with someone.
That's that coffee cup talk, bro.
That is not coffee cup talk. When you are not stuck in your ways as you get more older.
Stuck? No.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Just
like I got customers in here going bald who won't cut their hair because they're stuck in their ways of what they used to look like, and they still trying to comb that shit over.
What the fuck was that? A personal shot? Because You know I'm going through some things over. What the fuck is that?
No, I'm just saying.
You know today's Sunday, nigga. Take it easy.
What I'm saying is people get stuck in their ways and it's hard to change.
I agree with that for the most part.
It's harder to unlearn.
But the opportunity is there. That's what I'm saying.
Not when the older you get, the harder it is.
Oh, I'm not arguing that.
Right. So if the older you get, the harder it is.
But it's still a window for growth.
No.
Yes, it is, Mark.
It's always still for growth. But I'm saying when you deal with a woman or a man stuck in their ways, they are harder to deal with. And that becomes as you get older. You both mold each other, complement each other, growing. Y'all will grow into the perfect relationship. No, don't put two plants together and they not going.
So this is what I got out of
the
this.
odds are not there. I'm not saying it can't happen. When I talk, I talk in general form for most likely things to happen.
Okay, but that was a little bit. Okay, because that was a little bit of that perfect world that I was making reference to.
I don't think it's a perfect world. I just think
damn man, you on the cusp, goddamn.
I don't think it's a perfect world. I think it's a perfect strategy.
Okay, but that's a plan. But that don't mean your plan is going to be executed correctly, perfectly.
I've never said it's going to be executed correctly. What I'm saying is
there's a lot of intangibles,
you'll
bro.
be in a better position. There is, like I said, there is no reason for a man not to commit to a woman that he is in love with out after you've been together for 2 to 3 years. No, I don't think it doesn't change.
Mara want the black men and a black woman of America. Settle down, tie the night, tie the
be
knot.
Loyal to each other.
I definitely want the loyalty, but I'm just saying, he wants y'all to start doing this shit in y'all 20s so y'all can build on something.
No, I want them to start doing it at a younger age because trust me, no man wants.
So what's wrong with in the early 30s? Because that's all I'm saying.
Because in the early 30s, for a woman, it's less likely.
Now you're looking at the beauty of shit and all that. See, I'm not on that, people. I'm on the maturity part.
You're going there from an analytical standpoint. I'm going for in general standpoint.
Every time he try to use them big ass words and shit, he try to take the conversation
because that's what it is. Like you can't take.
Trying to take the conversation left.
For the most part, men are attracted to what they like. They see they're attracted to first. When you see someone,
I totally agree with that shit.
You are attracted. So as you get older, just look at it. I was just thinking about this this morning when I woke up. If you can look back into your high school years, and you can look at the girl who was probably the baddest in the school.
It's always one of those.
The baddest in the school. You look at them. You can look at them now and say, she's not that bad no more.
Of course,
but they lose that luster. But I can look at it. I can look at a guy and say,
"Bro, wait a minute, you forgetting this part. Yeah, this is an honest thing. That same bad motherfucker in high school that you referring to, you also having a conversation with yourself. Do I think I can get this motherfucker?
You probably could though.
You probably could
because
I ain't gonna lie.
Because what?
So many because it's competitive.
Because the beauty.
If you ain't that bull, you know the percentages you getting with the hottest girl in the school ain't fucking happening.
Right, because men grow into themselves later.
So from a relationship standpoint, let's fully grow more till we are absolutely ready.
No, because by time she grows, she's not attractive no more.
See, American people, I'm trying to stay off the looks. I'm looking for the beauty that's on the inside.
Once you have the looks, you already been ran through. You don't want that no more.
Now he called them hoes.
For real, you don't want it no more. You don't want that no more because you're looking at it. Now that I'm on top and you on bottom, I'm cute. Like they do that all the time.
Oh man! But again, like you,
that's not a reality.
Yeah, that's a reality. But but again, that's a perfect fucking reality, bro. You want the baddest bitch in their 20s to be fucking ready. Basically, that's what I got out of that.
In their 20s, they should be looking for their husbands.
That's a perfect world.
That is not a perfect world. It is the world. You know where it's not a perfect world in our community.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
You know, down here in down the street where we live at, with one of the most expensive places to live, they get married young.
Now, you doing it again, bro? Stop.
They get married young because they commit to each other.
So what's
and what they do? They build and they pass on stuff.
He just
They
separated.
building
us.
together.
He just separated us.
Well, that's all I want us to
He
do is
talking
to
about-
get back to building
He
with
talking about
each
white
other.
people, yo. He talking about white people.
Yeah, I mean, you can make the joke
Yo,
about it, but it's
no.
the fact is the facts. If we start building together so we can build generational wealth to pass down to our kids so our kids don't have to start from zero. Every fucking generation now is starting from zero.
Yeah, I
In
agree.
that shit.
I agree.
Because everybody is for self right now.
No, because some of them fucked up decisions they made in their 20s, they might not ever
right,
recover from.
Is
One could
self.
be married.
No.
Oh, man.
If you chose the
I-
right person,
How do you know in your 20s this is the right motherfucker for the rest of your life?
you know
Get the
if
freak
you
outta
can you
here,
can
bro.
you can continue. So how does other races do it?
Yo, I'm not making this a race thing.
I'm
You
asking
are.
you this. How do people do it?
But listen, I
If it's
can't-
not a
listen,
reality, how?
Listen. I'm a black man. I only know about the Afro American
Okay,
community.
so-
I'm not part of the other community.
But
so I
they
can't-
but the other
I don't
community's
have the-
doing it.
I don't have the
So,
right
so
education.
by what you're saying is not attainable when other people are doing it.
Anything's attainable, but I'm not making it a race thing or a class thing.
It
I'm
is.
making it a
They're
people
driving
thing.
separation
They're not
from
ready.
us.
Some of us are just not ready for that.
No, they are ready. They just choose. You are ready. You just don't want to commit to it.
You got to write that book then, bro.
You
On
just
how
wanna
to
commit
build
to-
a perfect relationship.
It's no book needed. All you have to do is have commitment. What is going to be a one-word book?
First
Just
of all,
be committed to the relationship and
it's-
each other.
There's nothing.
Stop trying
perfect.
to stop. Huh?
It's nothing perfect.
I never said it was.
Yeah, like,
But all you got to do in a relationship is be committed to each other. That's the core
I
principle.
agree with that.
Once
We
you
agree
love
on that.
somebody, being committed to them is no problem. It shouldn't be.
who had
but
that
we
song?
make it
Love
a-
the one you with. Who's that?
I don't even know.
You know,
I know the song you're
That's
talking
shit
about.
though. You like that? Huh?
But if we commit to the person and stop committing to ourselves and stop being selfish,
We don't live in that kind of world.
we do live in the other people are doing it.
See, you separating.
I am not separating us. Again, we were the most married. We were the most entrepreneur. We were all of that until they started the separation and individually movement. And we latched onto that and keep doing it. And now we're guising it as we're not ready. No, we're ready. We just have to have the commitment to it. That's all it is.
All right, let me say this to
Stop pushing the goalposts back for yourself, people. Stop going under that reality that you're not ready. You are ready. You are ready. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Just do it and be in it for real. If you love someone, do it. And do what you have to do for you, yours, and your kid, and it'll be all right.
Okay. Now,
Is it you going to be happy 100% of the time? No. I don't think nobody.
wait, what'd you say?
Are you going to be happy 100% of the time?
Okay.
No. You're going to have ups and downs, but it's up to that's where the commitment comes in.
No, that's where the maturity comes in.
You could be. Are you working at 24? Are you working when you get out? You've been working all your
mean
life. You
working,
could commit to your job. You could commit to somebody else. If you could commit to working all of your life to try to retire, you could commit to somebody else. It's not hard. It's just that it's easy now to get out of relationships as on the guise of I'm unhappy instead of working on it. When you marry somebody, it's nothing but a paper, but it's a commitment. Just work on that commitment. Hey, we are struggling right now. What can we do to make it better? Okay, we can do this, you can do this, and you can do that. Have that conversation, work on it. That's what people don't want to work on. They just want it to be easy. They want the person that they want to be with to be perfect already. And you're not going to get that because it's not going to happen because they're going to be stuck in their ways and they ain't going to want to deal with you. So grow together. That way you can do something. That shit is crazy to me.
All right, but listen, now American people, all this, and I'm gonna tell you what I got out of all this. He's really upset that Diddy and Cassie broke the fuck up. That's where all this is coming from.
Listen, she wild for
They
break.
were a good couple.
I don't know.
I agree.
Did he break up with her or she broke up with him?
Oh, she obviously broke up with him.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Like I said,
But that's
and
where this is coming. This is where the root of this conversation is coming from. Because Diddy didn't stay with Cassie. He didn't fucking marry her. He didn't show no commitment.
no, if she would have commanded commitment, she wouldn't have wasted her time for 10 years.
All right.
She could have took that $5 million in relationship after 2 years and just be out.
Hey Diddy, I'm with you. I give her the $5 million buyout clause.
Yeah, I'm
When
with it
it's
too.
over.
Give me $1 billion.
When
I'll
it's
have
over.
it too. I know.
Take this $5 million.
But I'm not going to string.
But
I'm not going to string nobody along for 10 years.
no,
without
I don't.
commitment.
But see,
I'm
it's
doing
not
it.
stringing nobody along.
That is
I just
stringing
feel like individually, you just got to be ready because it's a big commitment, bro. And
Not a
everybody
big
ain't
commitment.
good. Oh.
If you love somebody and you want to have a baby and you want to have a family, be committed to that person before you have a baby. That shit is crazy. I don't understand that. Well, from the day I was born, not from the day, from when I was a 21-year-old, I knew that my first baby was going to be by my wife.
Okay.
Did it work out with me and my wife? No. Things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Out of my control. But I know what I did.
You lived up to that.
I lived up to it.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody else say. I lived up to my end of the bargain. Was I perfect at everything? No, I wasn't.
None of us is. Again, I'm cool with
None
that.
of us is.
I'm
but
cool with that.
but I believe because what I was with my wife, that my child would have been better if we stayed together. But I know that she has a good chance of succeeding just because we were in love. And she came out of a love relationship, and she came out of something that was strong and binded on values and everything.
Now, I don't think nobody's going to argue and dispute that when it comes to kids and love making and all of that. Yeah, it's going to come from love, most of them. But again,
I'm not in child support court. I'm not in all that other nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, we have our disagreements about parenting sometimes, which we're going to have.
that's normal. But I just think we underestimate how much comes with that. And everybody that's not signing up will commit it to that.
Right.
And that is a problem. But at the end of the day, I just feel like when you ready, do it. But, be mature enough. Be stable in your ways. Be consistent in your ways.
I'm tired of seeing women on social media bash their baby daddies for the bad decisions they did.
But at the end of the day, too, all the ones on social
I'm
media.
tired of seeing baby daddies bash their baby mama.
That's one thing I'm never going to do. Although I'm not with my ex no more and I got a 15-year-old, I'm never going to talk bad about her to my child or even out in the world. I just think that's the wrong energy. Because you love that person at one time. I think when you start talking bad or saying negative shit, you just showing how bitter the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying?
Or how much of a bad decision you maker you are.
That too. But at the end of the day, like, if y'all both know what y'all know, and that's enough. Now, why I gotta be a negative thing after that, I have no idea why people go there. So all the women on social media talking about their exes and how horrible they was, vice versa, even if it's a male. I just think you need to just keep that shit to yourself and save it, bro. That's just my opinion. To me, that shit's not cool. Because at one time, you was fucking with that person real heavy. So now that you're not, it's the stab in the back or the vendetta. Hey, you corny for that, bro. You just moved on. Y'all both did. It's okay. And obviously, y'all changed because y'all wasn't fucking committed. Take that.
You working, man.
I'm just saying. but let me say this too. And it's a little bit of a spin. Would you say now that Deion Sanders has had a 6 to 7 game losing streak, consecutive weeks of losing, do you think he's still committed to Colorado University? Because he's going to be getting offers, undoubtedly, like crazy now.
What you mean as far as committed for Colorado? Is he going to play out his contract?
Or is he going to come back? He may not,
He's coming back.
With the money that's being offered from, like, for example, Texas A&M, again, that's an oil town. They got unlimited money and unlimited resources. If they dangling that bag in front of him and then you talking about, shit, $20 fucking million a year opposed to the $5 million you making at Colorado, you got to consider that shit, bro.
Yeah. I've told you this before. Deion is about Deion.
He ain't committed then. That's
ain't
what I got out of that.
Yeah. Again, I told you my preference was what he said he was going to do for black colleges and change the game. I thought that was commendable, and I think he should have did that. When you tell us you're going to change how kids come to black colleges and how you're going to put the black colleges on. I was all for that. When he left, I was disappointed. I understand you getting your money. I understand that part. But sometimes your word to me means more than that. You was already rich.
That should always be the case.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, honestly, I don't think he was well off. I don't think Deion is rich. I really don't think he's rich.
Who's rich to you? 20 million? Ain't rich?
No, I don't think he's rich today.
Yeah, you don't have to work ever.
You don't have to work ever again, but I don't think he's rich with $20 million.
If you don't have to work, you're rich.
I think that's a mindset. I think rich to me is when you that 60, 70, 80 million. And I'm saying that because shit, a house that costs 20 fucking million and you broke now.
Well, that means you just bad management.
That is true, but I'm just giving an example. You know what I'm saying?
Like 20 million, you don't have to ever work again. Like you're rich.
Okay.
You can live off the interest of that.
Okay,
Like
okay.
Rich.
But preferably, I don't want to be rich. I'd rather be wealthy. And wealthy is that
I think everybody was
70, 80. I'm just saying, I don't think rich is a big fucking deal no more to me. Although I'm not fucking rich, let me be clear. You're richer than me, Shamar. Let me be clear on that. But the reality is,
you told me that average salary you need 180.
You need 130 for with two kids.
That's
Mar,
telling me. That's telling me you up around the $80,000 a year.
Mar,
I need to come work
Mar,
with you.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is with the price of things today, you want to buy a fucking Honda Accord from the rip. Can't afford that shit, bro.
You seen the comments, right?
Yeah, they was a little split. I had a couple ride with me though.
I don't know nobody in there that said that a Honda
Bro, that's a fucking
wasn't a regular
expensive car.
car.
I don't give a shit. I'm sticking to my story. No, but I just think with Deion Sanders, I just think if he can touch $20 million from a university, I think he'll bail.
Oh, he'll bail.
He'll bail
He
on
should
Colorado.
bail. At this point, it's no word to it now. It don't matter to me no more.
But
you lost me when you left the black college. You know what I mean?
See,
your word didn't mean nothing to me. I knew it was all about you. Like if I got 20 million, I say I'm gonna build this up. Like that money was still been there.
He wasn't getting no 20 million.
He wasn't gonna get no 20 million. What I said is
he wasn't even getting $1 million.
Right, but like I said, he was rich already. So to me, your word at that point was supposed to be your word.
Okay. Well, and let me say this.
Like if you would have came out and said, man, look, I'm going to give us 4 more years to do it and give us a timeline of you leaving and prepping us and instead of just up and leaving, I think it could have worked a little better.
See?
But when you say I'm coming to black colleges, because I think the kids that are the top talented are black, so why don't they come to black colleges and I'm going to change that? That was what you was coming towards. So that's what I took you up on. So when you leave after 2 years, job not done, and then you take all the players and you take the coaches.
What do you mean by job not done? Specifically, what job?
Of
complete?
making the top recruits come to all black colleges to build up the HBCUs to where let's just say where Colorado was or where other teams are where you're highly ranked. All the players, can we agree that the top players, the top colleges have black players, right?
Yeah.
So if all the black players actually went to HBCUs, the HBCUs would be top, right?
What?
Because that's the goal he was trying to do.
Yeah, but understand, I didn't have a problem with him leaving, but I'm not mad at him for leaving because I do know for you to actually pull it off is going to take a significant amount of time. But also,
he could have did it better, brother. Like he could have laid the groundwork of him leaving. Like people leave and have things in place. What did he have in place in other schools to do it? Like, it wasn't enough time.
I don't think he had the power or the resources, Mar. No, honestly, bro, listen to what I'm saying.
Right, but you already your first 2 years.
You can lay the blueprint.
You got a new field. You brought attention to HBCUs. You got a new locker room. You were slowly generating. So once you keep doing that, once you became the draw, if Deion was still in there and the draw of HBCUs, it would eventually come. Now down the whole HBCU got more contracts on TV, more primetime games. Like it eventually would have came. So that was his goal. He only did there for 2 years.
Right, but okay, if that was his goal, and I don't have the actual quote on his goals and what he said they were going to be while he's there. But I will say this: even when you mentioned like the locker room, the brand new locker room, he had to forfeit like a third of his salary to get that.
He's rich already, brother.
Okay, but hold on, that's not the point, Mark.
But you're already going into it knowing that. This is what I'm saying. Like you already going. This ain't something that they say we're going to take your money away.
No, I can't agree with all that because again, you would think, Mark, you would think he would get more support because a lot of the shit he was doing dolo by himself because he didn't have enough support.
Right.
So
he
wait a
was
minute.
supposed to be the face, brother. This is what I'm saying.
Okay,
like in order
but-
to be
but-
the
but-
face, you have to do it. Like
Okay, but the shit ain't stopping until you ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what he wanted to accomplish, that would have took 10 plus years.
okay, you
So
went
in-
into it saying you went into it
So-
knowing that.
So in saying that, once he got inside, in my opinion, once he got inside and see how much red tape was involved, how he made his own personal sacrifices in donating a third of his salary back to the university for some upgrades that these kids needed to function, at the end of the day, how long can you do that? Without
What was he working at? Like he could do any of that stuff, brother.
What
He
you
was
mean, where was
rich
he
already.
working
Like where was he working at before that?
for the NFL Network
Right.
before that. But Mar, when you say
I'm just saying though, like
he
when
was
you take
alright,
you can't take on a commitment and say fuck it.
Mar,
Like, you
but
can't
Mar,
do
but,
that.
but we can't go. But end of the day, we can't count his pockets. Talking about he already rich. Fuck that. He still need to be paid for what he doing. But in saying that, Mar,
But you already going into it knowing what you got to do. Like that's
not
why
to,
him.
no, Mar, not to that extent. He didn't realize how much red tape. He said that repeatedly. It was a lot of politics involved, and one of the things that he was hoping for in saying that, he was hoping for more black contributions to help get the university to another level.
Right. He's only there for 2 years. Like
Yeah.
eventually they need to see that you're committed. How can I commit to something if I don't know you committed?
Once he signed that he was committed, but
If that's
but
the
he
case, I
can't-
got to go for me right now.
But he can't wait for the support.
Why can't he? You already went in there knowing you got to wait for the support. You knew it was going to be a big job.
You
That's like
can't compete because the first thing you are is a competitor. You can't compete without
he
the
was
support.
winning. What are you talking about?
Okay, he wasn't winning at all. They didn't.
He did win it all. He won it all the first year. Then he went to the chip. He did win the chip the first year, brother, and lost it the second year.
Okay, but in saying that,
In the
he realized-
championship game, both
but he,
years.
But he also realized long term he couldn't compete
Compete
to-
in what?
to where the magnitude that he wanted to take the university and the game.
How? How do you know you can't do something unless you try to do it?
Because at the end of the day, what's the name of the university again? Mississippi. What was the shit? The university he went to?
Yeah.
It was no fucking way that he was coaching for. It was no fucking way they was going to have an opportunity to compete with the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide.
No time soon.
Okay, but wait, now stop right there. So you want me to invest 10 years of my time and my finances till we figure this out? And what I mean
Can
by
he
that,
compete with him now?
wait a minute.
No.
Still can't.
Exactly.
But
could've been doing
he's
it.
but he has more
He
resources,
doesn't
Mark.
have more
And more,
resources.
he
The
do
only thing
something.
he getting paid more. He's still losing, bro.
Mar,
he
do-
won.
Mar,
He won at HBCU. He
Mar,
losing now.
more resources means even better coaching.
Why are
These
they
kids
losing
are
it?
getting better coaching now because they can afford
It's
to
the
pay
same coaches.
No, they're not.
He
Mar,
brung his coaching staff. It's the same coaches.
Mar, that's not correct.
He brung his coaching staff from the college.
That's not correct.
That is correct.
That's not correct.
Who he bring?
He brought maybe I pitch like this. Let's give an example. If he had 15 coaches, he brought maybe 5 of them because you got Pat Shermer on the staff. You got a lot of ex-NFL guys that was just in the NFL. Dennis Thurman is from the NFL. That's the defense coordinator, secondary coach. He's in the NFL.
Right,
So
so
when
why
he was
wouldn't
at
that-
the HBCU, he couldn't afford to pay these guys and lure them to help.
They were there. What are you talking
They
about?
were. Pat Shermer wasn't there. Mike Zimmer wasn't there. Dennis Thurman wasn't there. The coach at Kent State, what's the offense coordinator, Lewis, he wasn't there, Mark. These are new coaches. Because he was able to get them financially compensated from the University of Colorado just to be competitive and being able to compete. That's
He
what
brought 10 coaches from there.
Okay, Mark, but you know how many coaches they have? How many is in from the NFL? Half half of them from the league, Mar. They not college coaches. Bro, his offense coordinator is Pat Shermer. And wasn't he the Eagles coach at one time? Head coach at that? Dennis Thurman was the Jets defensive coordinator. Robert Mathis, secondary coach, Atlanta Falcons, and played in the NFL 10 years. They wasn't Woody when he was in college, Mark. I mean, when he was at the HBCU school. They got Woody when he got the head.
Travis Hunter?
That's a player. That was the number one recruit. That was the first college number one player in the country that he was able to steal to attend an HBCU school. Now, the argument for him right now is Travis Hunter going to come back next year? Because he's very talented, as well as his son. But he already said both his sons is coming back to Colorado. So it's going to be interesting to see how all this play out, knowing that the Texas A&Ms and his, a couple other universities is looking to bring in a new coach. Is Deion Sanders' name going to be mentioned as a candidate, which means ultimately he would have to bail on Colorado Buffalo after a 1-year tenure. That's interesting for me to see how that goes.
Like I said, it ain't about.
You said it's about him. I just think it's about he wants to win. He wants to win. He's been a winner his whole career at everything. I just think he wants to win. There's going to be some sacrifices he's got to make. He's won at every level. But you do need certain resources to be able to compete.
Yeah.
So,
and that was the goal in the HBCU, to bring the resources there.
Well, he had, again, some of the resources
man,
at Colorado.
If y'all want to pacify him,
I'm not
and
pacifying
give him a pass for leaving,
I'm interested to see how this play out.
And say that it was too big of a job.
No,
for him
I would
to
never
do.
say that.
That's what you basically saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
You said it was too much red tape, but he had too much. It was too big of a job.
That was an HBCU. It was
that's
too
what I'm
much.
saying.
Yeah, it was too
so
much.
If y'all, that's what I'm saying. If y'all want to give him a pass for that, for what he came for, to me, when you come in there as a rich person and say, it ain't about the money for me. I want to build the foundation for where our black people come back to HBCUs, our top recruits come to HBCUs, and then leave. So I gotta call it what it is.
Well, forget that.
I like Coach Prime,
but forget him being rich. End of the day, he's a competitor. He want to win. He always won.
He was winning at the HBCU level.
Okay, but and just saying that, Mark, is another level you still want to hit. You want to go against the big dogs to see if you
right. The level was to bring the HBCUs to that level. I don't understand how you don't see that. No, that was what he wanted to do. He wanted to bring the HP. He wanted to bring Mississippi State versus Ohio State. He wanted to be on that level for HBCUs.
I just think he realized it was with the limited resources, it was no way in any time. It would have took him too long to get to that level.
So then say
he needed
that.
More resources.
Don't come in there and say this is what you knew. Everybody knew it was going to take time. So how he didn't know?
Yeah, I just think he thought he had more support, especially from black millionaires and all that. Because the agenda was
What does
correct.
the support? What does this? If you leave in 2 years, how are you supposed to gain support?
I'm just saying. I just think he
you just think because you that I'm supposed to give you my money, or you have to show and prove too.
Well, I mean, clearly the improvement was there. He won, like you said, his first year, second year, lost
right? But it has to be a continuous thing. I got to know that you're here for the long haul. Why would I give you money if you're not here for the long haul? Why would I donate $5 million and you gonna leave?
Well, I don't think that decision came like in the second year early.
That decision came when they said $5 million. He had no problem to leave.
Ain't no money for Deion Sanders. That's not no money for Deion Sanders. You just said
you just said he got 20. So if I get 5, that's a fourth of what I own already. You just said it was about $20 million in the bank. You just said that.
I said if he got that. I don't know what the fuck he got in the bank. I'm just saying I don't consider that to be rich.
Right.
$20
you
million.
said $60 million. So you said I think he got about 20. That's what you said. I think he's around 20.
That's incorrect. I said I don't consider $20 million to be rich, Mar.
Tape will be rewind.
Yeah. What's the progressive commercial? Red flag. We need to run that back. But no, seriously, that's what I said. My quote was, I don't think $20 million is rich. Now, there's no way I could tell how much money Deion Sanders got in his fucking bank account. You know what I'm saying? But in saying that, I just know he needed more money and resources at Mississippi State at the HBCU, because I don't think it's Mississippi State University's actual college he coached at. But I'm just going to say the HBCU school. I don't think he realized not only did he not need more resources as far as money, but support to
But it was
get
coming.
to the
It
level.
was coming. You got the new stadium.
Hard
You
to
got
say.
the new field. You got the new
They didn't
field.
get there was not a new stadium.
New
got
field,
new turf.
new field,
Grass.
new locker room. Like it was gradually coming. Like
Again,
what do you want?
Again, he helped pay for the locker room. You know what I'm saying? That is frustrating, Mar. Because you're doing the right thing by the
But
kids.
you're coming in there knowing that they're not funded right.
Yeah, he
like
didn't.
I
But
don't understand this.
No, I don't think he realized
Y'all
what he
keep
was up
giving this
against.
guy a
No,
pass,
bro, I'm not giving him a
man.
pass. I just think
That's
at
just
some
like
point
me
you
saying-
know what you up
This
against,
is
whether
just- this
whether
goes-
you gonna need help in
It's
trying to
'cause
pull this shit
It
off.
just goes back to the relationship of commitment.
Ah, man, it ain't
You
got
just
nothing to
needed
do
to be
with that. We talking
committed
about
to it. Like you committed to doing this, so commit to it, stand on it, and fight through the adversity, brother. That's
But-
all I'm saying.
okay, but even if you want to go with the word commitment, even from a relationship standpoint, goddammit, that don't mean y'all ain't gonna need therapy.
I didn't say that, but
Keep
that
working on your
don't mean
shit.
divorce me. That means work through it.
Oh shit, yo, you funny.
It's crazy.
You may need a little therapy to make it work. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like I have no problem with Deion doing that, but I do have a problem with what your premise was of coming into it and then dipping off.
No, I really know that the real premise I was coming in with, how is he on the inside and mentally handling losing?
He wasn't losing.
So I'm talking about now, today. Because I'm anxious to see.
That's what he get.
Because there's going to be big offers coming
That's
to
what
him.
he get.
No, I want to see, can he reaffirm his commitment? Because, again, you lost 6, 7 straight fucking games. After being this high on the chain, I'm a big fan still, and I'm supportive still of the
Oh, I
university.
know
and
you're
what
a big
he
fan.
doing.
I told you it
Absolutely.
wasn't. I
Let's be
told you it
clear
was
on
all
that.
hype.
But the reality is this is a guy who,
Them tickets
as an
$20.
athlete, okay. Oh, you out of pocket. But this is a guy who won at every level, whether it was baseball, football, whatever. Can you handle fucking losing like you
No,
have?
he can't.
That's why I'm saying is a question mark whether he stays. Because like I say, if a $20 million offer come from Texas A&M,
Well, I don't think
he
they're
may
going to
bail.
offer him. I think the way he bashed his coaches and how he bashed players, I don't think nobody's going to offer him.
I was
It
disappointed.
was cool in that, but when you bashing players, like everybody going out and I'm getting my players in, they kids.
I think
Like you could have did it without saying that.
I think he could have did his coaching staff a little bit better. I just think during the end of the year, during the losing streak, he was throwing them under the bus a little too much. I feel like from a coach standpoint, or you the leader or something, and I give Andy Reid a lot of respect for this, because this is when I first started paying attention to press conferences. Andy Reid would always blame himself when he was coaching the Eagles, and McNabb fat ass and had an off game, stunk it up, was throwing it in the fucking ground when the wide receiver wide open. Andy Reid would always come back and say this, I got to do a better job of coaching. When coaches start throwing players and other coaches under the bus, you have a problem. You got a culture problem. And I give a lot of respect to Andy Reid, because he's the first guy to open my eyes on being a leader and the responsibility you're supposed to take from that. And honestly, I practice that in my situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a staff, but I look at us as a group. And I don't even look at myself as being team leader. I'm just the one going to take the hit if the group ain't performing well, which I'm okay with that, because I'm not going to throw none of them under the bus. But in saying that, I stole a lot of that from Andy Reid, because he took a lot of hits during his
Well, I got
time
the Eagles
as a coach here.
Eagles bandwagon application. You can come on and be an Eagles fan if you want.
Oh, I don't know how the fuck you got that out of that. I was talking about Andy Reid. I ain't mentioning shit about them stinking ass Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, you did.
No, I just
see it in your eyes.
No, I respect the way he showed the leadership. And I wasn't really paying attention to press conferences like that. I was young. But I just noticed he will always blame himself. You know what I'm saying? Which now today, and on the contrast on us talking about Deion Sanders, is he kind of lost me with throwing some of his coaches under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't respect that. And because I know what leadership is, I feel like. And I feel like watching this shit over the years as I have, I thought Andy Reid displayed that almost better than any fucking body. So I respect him as a coach. And he was consistently a winner. You know what I'm saying? Even when he didn't have the fucking the talent, opposed to some of the other teams he was competing against. But he never threw his team under the fucking bus. He just said, I got to do a better job coaching. I can fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Because we seen some horrible fucking coaches out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially on those Cowboys.
So again, people, I don't do the name calling and shit. I'm not into none of that shit. You know what I'm
just
saying?
saying, y'all had some bad coaches, right?
Yeah, Mark, but how did we get on that, though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, you
how
just
you
said
get that out of that, bro?
You said bad coaches, so I just immediately come to my rivals bad coaches.
I'm talking about just the profession of being a coach, but not only from a life trait. If you are a leader in anything you do, take the hit, bro, for your group, your team, whatever, so on and so forth. I don't think it's cool in any capacity to throw somebody under the fucking bus and then try to come back and tell them what the fuck to do. Because they looking at you sideways and side-eye. As soon as you leave that motherfucking room, they like, man, you don't get the fuck out of here. Nigga, you just threw me under the bus. My kids watching, they listening and all that shit. No, that shit real, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Deion got to do better with that next year. He definitely do. But I still believe in the program, and I still believe in him as a coach. I just think that success is
You got a pair of glasses?
fuck no. What?
The prime glasses.
No, I'm cool. I ain't doing all that. I ain't. First of all, they the reflective joints. I ain't no cop, and I don't own a motorcycle, so I ain't fucking with none of that. You know, it's cool that he's definitely making money off that type shit, but you need to focus in on that team and helping them being able to compete. Because to go out with a 7-game, 8-game losing streak and your name Deion Sanders and you've been a winner all your career, I just think your focus needs to be on a team and your character more so. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in Deion Sanders, bro. Talented dude. Again, always been a winner. I think he gonna turn this shit around. But I really want to know what the fuck is on his mind right now at all the bravado and starting 3-0 or 4-0 to be on a 7-8 game losing streak. Like, what is them conversations like by yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Well, probably saying it ain't his fault, but you know.
Oh, see.
See. You want to know what Deion says. I want to know what y'all think. You know what I mean? Leave a comment in the section. Comment on everything we talked about. We want to know what y'all think. Leave down in the comment section. Also, what you would want us to talk about, and maybe we'll bring it up.
Let me say this. I think Shamar. I really don't want to speak for him, but I'm gonna take a chance. I really think Shamar want Diddy and Cassie to get the fuck back together, bro.
Nah, I don't.
Cause I ain't gonna lie. If he would have been committed to it,
I really want him not to have to pay and go through this. That's what I really want.
Yeah, well, you know.
You know what I mean? Everybody know I'm a Diddy fan and everything.
Yeah, I'm a huge Diddy fan.
I think he does do weird stuff and everything, but I just don't like to see our black
the derailment and against our legacy, bro,
of allegations, because allegations like that.
Yeah, let's be fair. Let's make sure there was allegations.
Allegations like that, and anybody can put an allegation up to you.
That is true.
If anybody ever offer an allegation on me or something like that, just know it's not true. I might have to fight it. I might not. I might have to settle. But just know that your boy Shamar ain't never doing no shit like that.
Well, let me be clear. I do want to comment on that statement right there. I don't think Shamar would settle. I think Shamar will fight that shit.
Nah, I was
to
settled.
The motherfucking end.
I was settled. And like I said,
he ain't trying to give up none of that cash, bro.
I ain't got none, so ain't nobody got to sue me. So hopefully, if y'all subscribe, though, we get up there. Maybe somebody might come out from my past.
Yeah, we need y'all to subscribe, man.
And sue me and shit.
So if we get to that level, you know what I'm saying?
and see if it's a possibility that somebody come out the woodworks from my past or something.
No, but real shit, I appreciate the support, people. Stay tuned in. These conversations, they only get bigger, they only get better.
Absolutely. Again, we thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure every Monday you tune back in and check for a new episode. I love y'all. Peace.
Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what time